Also, I bought Call of Duty Pass. I gave in. I sinned. I literally like...
Man is corrupted now.
Yeah, here's the thing. I bought the game, right? I wasn't planning to buy the season pass. But as I play, me and Agent been playing, I reached like 98 tier. And it's like, wow, still a week to go till the season ends.
No life.
It wasn't much. It was like, what, 60 hours of playtime over 2 months.
Yeah.
And I decided, you know what, I'll buy it, why not? And of course, all those 97, 98 tiers just unlocked for me, because why not? Even though the cosmetics in the store are more interesting than the ones in the Battle Pass. I did notice that. But I'm okay. It's fine. Was it like what, $7? It cost me like £7 to buy the Battle Pass. It's fine. It's literally going lunch in the city somewhere, and you pay the same price for like, what, I don't know, small burger and some fries. Might as well spend on a fucking Battle Pass and just leave it be. And because I got enough Call of Duty points to buy the next season pass, because like Fortnite, they give enough COD points in the tiers so you can collect them and buy in the next season pass without spending any more money.
Ooh, Call of Duty, Activision, that's
yeah, they're not acting greedy for once, right?
Yeah.
You actually buy a season pass and you actually like can collect enough Call of Duty points to buy another one for the next one. And
there we go, Activision got themselves a new fan.
So you can literally just be on a roll with just £7 and get everything that's in each season, which is fantastic.
Credit on that. I like that.
Yeah, Fortnite does that too, but the problem with Fortnite, I get the V-Bucks, right? But then I spend them in the store because there's something really good skin in the store. I'm like, well, fuck, I need that. Because there's some really good skins that outside the season pass, and I'm like, fuck, I need that. That's really good. But I still think Fortnite that season pass is better than any other company out there. I just don't think Battlefield doesn't have a season pass, but they have tiers anyway. There's nothing interesting in those tiers as rewards. Maybe because it's World War II game, so maybe it's not that interesting. No interesting cosmetics. Call of Duty, like, yeah, some interesting stuff, but majority of the good stuff I see is in the store. So that's that. While Fortnite has season pass content is still really good. The skins are really good. I mean, it's all subjective at the end of the day. Some people love it, some people don't. But I think Fortnite nailed the season pass business model and the way they produced content. I think it's brilliant. So that's why Fortnite is like one of those games that are like, yes, I am more than happy to pay money for that.
The other appeal to Fortnite is you can play long enough and actually season pass out of it too. So it's not like just a once and done dealy. You can keep playing and get enough V-Bucks to buy the next season, which I think therein lies another great appeal. Why other game companies don't do it, I don't know.
Look, okay, if the store produces really good cosmetics, you have a dilemma. Do you want to spend money on a cool cosmetic in the store, or you want to save money for the next season pass?
You get cosmetics and stuff out of anyway.
Yeah, but sometimes stores are better. Sometimes. Just because you want to like, oh my god, that looks so good. There's some really good skins though. Speaking of Fortnite, guess, you know that movie, Harley Quinn movie coming out soon?
Yes, I saw they're doing a crossover event.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't look too bad. I'm not gonna buy it. I don't need that. I don't care about Harley Quinn, but I guess it looks fine. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest appeals with Fortnite. You can do anything. You can do anything in Fortnite. Like, doesn't matter the franchise or anything, whatever that may be. There's freaking John Wick in freaking Fortnite, which is quite hilarious.
They're doing it right, and they're just like having a no care, no holds barred, let's just have as much fun with this as we can possibly do it. And it's working well. I give them credit for that, even though I don't play it much.
If Battlefield had that kind of thing, what kind of cosmetics you would love to see though?
They would have to go almost the exact same route, just like have certain camo patterns or certain things that can only be unlocked during a specific time, and it's only cosmetic stuff. And I mean, they kind of sort of now as it is, but they'd have to like truly follow the freemium model, like release the next one for free and do the whole season pass thing in order to fund it and everything and keep it perpetually going, but have the model similar Fortnite. Keep Conquest. Don't make it just Battle Royale and go. I mean, keep Conquest and Domination and like the core modes and stuff. And like this week we're doing this game mode as in part of the pass.
As you mentioned that,
just
right?
do that.
As you mentioned that. Like, I suggested that idea to make Battlefield free to play for a while now. And of course, some people are like, oh, no. We don't want that free to play because it's like apparently abuse for pay to win, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I agree. But then again, you look at other games like, let's say, Fortnite, and if it's just literally cosmetics on being sold, listen, I'm more than happy to have a free-to-play Battlefield that is literally has your, like, I don't know, 15 conquest maps, for example, as a start, or 10, whatever. And maybe your... I don't care about Battle Royale. You can remove that shit. It's not Battlefield, really, like... You have, let's say, 5 core modes, right? You have your Domination, Conquest, TDM, and some other ones. Rush, for example. And it's a free-to-play Battlefield. And you can buy cosmetics. It's, let's say, it's not like one team Battlefield, like one era Battlefield. It's all eras together. So you can have your World War 1 maps, World War 2 maps, your modern maps, you have your futuristic maps.
Oh, now you're just dreaming too big here, sunshine.
I want all
Keep dreaming.
I want all Battlefield games to be put into one free-to-play. And you can, like, can you imagine the possibilities you could do? Like, just like, what you could do with that power. You with the best game out there. Literally, like, as long as you sort your shooting mechanics and everything correctly, and your UI and your store, EA, it's like a gold mine. I don't really understand how no one can see that. EA, maybe they can, I don't know, but someone should do this. Like, literally make Battlefield free to play, sell your cosmetics from each Battlefield era, and you can have all the eras you want. You can have your fan favorite maps and everything. You can include as time goes on, and more and more and more. It's like there's so many opportunities to do something amazing. Like, I hope they will see the light one day. But I'm just like, me, if I was a producer or an executive or whatever, I'm like, I want that. I want to make this game accessible to everyone. And also, and you can play Fortnite on freaking mobile. So, who says you can't play Battlefield on mobile one day? Like, who says you couldn't do that? I think the problem is Battlefield is, or EA dies, they're still aiming for the high quality graphics and everything.
Which I get. That's always been like their charm, because Battlefield 4 is still being compared to other games to this day, and it still holds up. But I don't know. And if somebody didn't think of that idea, or if they did and they're not going for it, I think the only reason why they wouldn't is because it might come off as too ambitious of an idea. I mean, because you're talking about even if you have 4 or 5 different eras. Okay, let's just start World War II, Vietnam, your modern, and then futuristic. Okay, you've pretty much basically covered the entire spectrum of the Battlefield games. Just 5 maps each. So that's now 20 maps to come out with, even if you go 2-3 different guns per class, per era. So now you've got almost 200 guns, and not all of them are going to a focused core thing. So I think maybe looking at it that way, that's probably why they're like, no, I don't think really it's a smart idea to do. I like it. I would love to see somebody try and be ballsy enough in order to do something like that, where it's like, oh, well, I play a map and it's in this era on this map, and then the next round it's in World War II and D-Day and stuff like that. That would be a cool idea to do. But I don't know how. But it would also at the same time, like, what if I just want to play the futuristic combat? Can I get away with that? Could I just stick to the modern stuff? There'd have to be that too.
Yeah, true.
But then you're going to get those people that are going to feel like, oh, well, this era never got the proper attention because it wasn't played as much, or et cetera, et cetera. So, like, I like it, but I see too much, like, productive division in it, I guess would be the best way in order to say it. It's trying to spread out too much focus across too much difference to try and appeal to everybody. I don't know.
I have ideas how you could do that. For example, regarding like too many weapons and all of that. People would bitch, but I can imagine like you have your, let's say, they introduce 10 weapons or 5 weapons to each class, right? And after each month or season, whatever, they replace those weapons with the different weapons. But maybe there's like an option if you could keep the weapon somehow after season. Like, I don't know, pay...
You've earned it, you've unlocked it, you have it for the rest of... Yeah, that would be a good thing in order to add some variety to the weaponry and kind of, vary some things up. But everything would have to be perfectly balanced in order for that to work, too. If I would go about it, the way I would do it is I would start at an era. Modern would probably be that would make the most sense, easiest to go by, get base shooting mechanics and everything down. So basically, we just take Battlefield 4 in its current state, remaster it, re-release it, the whole 9 yards, clean everything up on it. Spend a year making a couple more maps for it, maybe another 10, if possible. A year and a half time, pump some guns out. Then when that's all laid out and settled, then move on to another era. But kind of like what they're trying to do now, where everything's all tied into one UI, everything's all tied together in a way. But go across all the eras and have it done with the games in a way that everything is similar, or it feels familiar across the spectrum. Flesh out 4 games, which again sounds really outlandish in order to say it.
Well, Battlefield Heroes was fun. It was just a specific type of Battlefield. Well, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's fun. It was different, but it was fun. I can imagine they could do something with Battlefield that is free to play and it's actually really fun, and you have all the different cosmetics and maps and everything. You can literally just bring fan favorite maps into the game. And
literally, no joke, they could take Battlefield 4 right now in its current state, release it free to play, and just figure out somehow in order to tie a season pass model to it, add more guns and maps and content to it, and I'd be fine with that.
Maybe not guns, but literally, it have to be only cosmetics though. That's the thing. You don't want any content locked behind a paywall.
True, maps and
guns.
Just add new maps.
Maps and guns should stay free to play for everyone, not locked by anything. Otherwise,
but you get what I mean. Just like add some more camo patterns, add some more gun skins, add stuff like that.
Yeah, but you can literally just take Battlefield 4 and just
literally
release it like with 15, 10 maps, and here you go, have fun.
Yep.
Because I remember back in the day when Fortnite got released, they had no idea how the fuck they're gonna do this. Like, okay, it's free to play, and people like, can I buy some cosmetics? Like, oh, I don't know. Sure, release this and that. And Fortnite, they had a plan, but it wasn't like a big ass plan back in the day, and they had to figure out as each season went on. And that's how we have this regular cosmetic shops and season passes, all that kind of stuff. They figured that out as time went on in the first half a year of the game live. Which I can imagine Battlefield doing the same thing. I can imagine. But again, I don't think that they want to make their precious IP free to play, because you still have to pay $60, and that's a big deal for example, for EA, because people pay $60 just to enter the game, and after that you can monetize more. I think they don't want to lose the 60 price tag from the game. I think that's because it makes it like premium, like, premium game. Like, if you make it free to play, it's not doesn't have that premium taste anymore or feeling anymore, which I disagree with, because I think we already passed that stage in our lives or gaming market in general, that I think we hit that state that we don't care about the price tag as long as the game is fun. The bigger the price tag, the more scrutiny and more shitty things that big chance might happen. For example, Fallout 76, right? You want to tell me that game was worth $60 when it came out? No.
It was a Fallout mod at one point.
Yeah, probably was. Yeah, it was a mod. So they released.
And then on top of that, they have the audacity to be like, "Well, here's a season pass for $100 a year." And I'm like, "What?"
Well, wait, you forget the subscriptions stuff that is already there too.
Yeah. So, like, you're telling me I gotta pay $125 a year for this game, and now there's another bug that just came out where people can just straight up walk up and hijack your entire inventory at the press of a button. That game is ambitious. I see what it wants to do. I really do. And it's kind of a novel concept. Fallout in an MMO. How could it go wrong? I mean, it at its core, it's pretty much kind of like an MMO, but no NPCs, no content, bugs, and we're not talking rad roaches.
I just remember how GN called Battlefield Incursions Battlefield MOBA, and I'm just thinking, imagine if they released that free-to-play. Just imagine.
But they choose to cancel it.
Because Battlefield 5 was around the corner, so there was no time to finish it. Also, they were planning to do that to Battlefield 5, but it got scrapped because reasons.
Your hands upon a dead man's gun, and you're looking down the sights. Your heart is warm